Well, here we are. It's Monday night at Mike Roberts Stables. Austin Hazelwood, Gayle, Lampe, winners in the Junior 5 Gated Mare Stake tonight with luck. Austin, we saw the horse show at Chapter 5. We saw the horse show at Midwest, brought the house down both places. The ovation that sent you out of the ring tonight, tell me about that.
There's no feeling like it. I mean, there's nothing like it. That's all I can say. It's pretty spectacular.
You won the 3-year-old 3-gated futurity last year. That was your first Louisville win. How was the second one?
I have to say the second one was a lot better. This one was way more exciting.
So, I mean, and that class was loaded. I mean, we had the junior horses tonight, the junior gated horses, the harness horses, just across the board, really nice horses, and a lot of them. Going in such a big class, what did you think, your mare's chances were going in tonight?
I had no idea. I mean, I love my mare. She was fabulous at Midwest. I had all the confidence in the world in Austin, and I wasn't nervous. I was relaxed, sitting there enjoying it, and just let's see what happened. But the crowd loved her, and I loved her, and so I was hoping she would win, but I was thrilled with her no matter what ribbon she got.
No, she made a spectacular performance tonight. Such a nice ground-covering stride. I mean, you don't always see that, especially in a junior horse. What was it about this horse that kind of struck your fancy? I know it was the Royal last year, was it not?
No, actually, I liked her here at Louisville. Born to Win died. Born to Win's her grandfather, and he died Tuesday of Louisville last year. And while I saw this mare and I liked her, and she's a granddaughter of Born to Win, but I was just so depressed, upset, sad because of losing him that I didn't act on trying to buy her. But it was interesting because Mike and I were not sitting together, and Zach Duffy, who used to train for Mike, was sitting totally somewhere else, and they all thought this was the horse for me. And I thought that too, but I just wasn't ready for a new horse at the time. So then several weeks after Louisville, we contacted Debbie, and at that point she didn't want to sell her. She wanted to sell her at Louisville, and I wasn't ready to buy anything, and then she didn't want to sell her. But Mike and Debbie are really good friends, and he talked her into giving us a price and letting us look at her first. She still said she wasn't going to sell her. And I said, we're going to Kentucky anyway. Can we just see her in case you want to sell her later? She belonged to Debbie. She'd sell her eventually. Anyway, what I loved about her, she was Born to Win's granddaughter. Absolutely. And everything else. She was a wonderful horse.
And then the fact that she's spectacular, just that was added.
Yeah, that was nice. But Debbie gave her a great start. She was wonderful. When I looked at her at Debbie's, I rode her there, and I loved riding her. But Austin has brought her on. He's been patient. She's gotten much friendlier, nicer in the stall, and easier to get along with. And Austin has taken his time with her, both in the stall and riding her. And I get to ride her once in a while, not as much as I would like to, but each time I ride her, she's better thanks to what Austin's doing.
Will you get to ride her this week?
I don't think so. I think she worked. She worked very hard tonight, but the plan is that we're taking her to St. Louis, neither one of us to show her, but for me to ride her at a horse show.
That sounds great. Now, Austin, we were watching the class tonight, and there's something about this horse. She seems so finished compared to some of the other ones in there, in that you can just put her anywhere you want. I mean, you go down the middle, you go deep in your corners. She's so handy.
She's just a great horse. She'll go anywhere you ask her and do anything you want her to. And love doing it.
But is that something that you've worked on? I mean, you haven't really had big classes to show her in. I mean, there have been some to show against, but never anything like that. That's the first time she's seen anything, like that this year.
Honestly, I barely ever go around a turn with her. And until we get to a horse show, I don't go around turns with her. So,
well, for people who aren't familiar with you, tell us a little bit about your background growing up with your mom and all the horses that you've kind of shown and learned from. I think for me, that's even a special part of this win as well, is your background and where you came from and the opportunities you've got now. Just tell us a little bit about growing up in Virginia there.
So I'm from Danville, Virginia. My Aunt Lori taught me everything that I know about riding horses and showing horses, and I was lucky to have some nice horses growing up, including Callaway's Ball of Fire, the Chesapeake Bay. I got plenty of catch rides that I'm very thankful for. Got to catch ride Billy Jewell, thanks to Kristen and David Cater, and I got to catch ride High on Air, thanks to Matt Shiflett. And so I got some pretty cool catch rides as a kid, and just some good opportunities that I was lucky enough to get.
Well, it's awesome to see you having an opportunity like this tonight. Congratulations, guys. Really great horse. Really brought the crowd to life tonight on a great night at the World's Championship Horse Show. I'm Tuffy Owens.